Right, hello guys. This is a video of a makeover on my back shed. This is for my nephews in Sydney, Jack and Leon. You might know their YouTube channel, JL Boys. Shout out to the JL Boys. Alright, this is my back shed. I've been told that they want to build a workbench. So I just thought I'd talk you through what I did with my one. So before, when we first moved in, this is a 6 metre by 4 metre back shed. The only thing it was good for was storage. I had all this stuff just all over the floor. Alright, and I bought these two rackings off eBay. It was 320 bucks delivered, and it's 4 meters long. Okay, and it's like 2 meters high. It comes with 4 shelving, and they're all interchangeable. Quick and easy to set up. Just rack and pin system. Alright, and look at that. That's created me so much more space in my back shed. So that was the first part of the project. Okay, the second part of the project was running some electrical, which is still not 100% finished, but I've got some electrical here, which you can see runs up in some conduit over, back down. Okay, and we have some power points. One running in behind there. Have another power point there, 2 and 3. Alright, and then the lights up there, splits there, and I actually haven't installed the light yet, but there'll be one light up there and one light up there, which I haven't installed yet either, but I'll get to it. I'm just waiting for some free lights because I don't want to pay for them. And then I forgot this power point here too. One extra power point here because I was thinking I might make that into an electric roller door. I don't have to bother opening and closing it with a remote control access. Alright, then here you have the light switches. Okay, so that's the electrical, and now to the back, now to the bench. So this is the final product. We have a bench which goes the whole width, so it's like about 4.5 meters long, I think 4.2 maybe. Okay, and it's 900 off the ground, so 0.9 of a meter off the ground. And it was essentially made out of scrap timber. Okay, this is brand new off Bunnings pegboard. Okay, with all the pegs. Okay, so I could hang out my tools all nice and neat. Alright, and then this is the actual bench. And I tell you what, it is solid. You can stand on that top here, and she's solid as. Alright, let me talk you through how I built it. So the first thing I did, you see that timber, this one here? That was the first bit of timber that I installed. Alright. So the first thing I did was I screwed this timber to the existing down support of the shed. Alright, you can see those 2 screws in there. Alright. And then I did the same on that side. But here I reinforced it. See how that timber's sitting on this down piece? I reinforced it just to make it extra strong. Alright, and then it's the same on the other side. All the way down there, the same. Okay, so I've measured that off the ground, and the top of that is 900 millimeters from the ground, or 0.9 of a meter. Yeah, so that was the very first thing I did. Alright, The second thing I did was, so actually before, so I measured that, I put it there, made sure it was all good, and then what I did, I actually took it off, okay, and then I've screwed in these supports like this, see? And there's one every so often, so I think I just did it about, what I did is I measured the length and divided it evenly, so the supports would be evenly placed. So I think it ended up being about 800 apart, maybe a metre. So there's one at the end, one here, one there, another one, another one, another one at the end. So they were all screwed in, and they were sort of just dangling here until I got this side ready to go. So this side's a little bit different because there was nothing to sort of attach it to. So I had some scrap hardwood. Okay, so they're also 900 in height, because if you have a look in there, it's going right to the top. Okay, so that board there actually sits on that timber. Okay, so this is solid as. Okay, and then down the bottom here, to keep it stable, just for an extra support, which you probably didn't really need it, but I screwed it into the existing metal frame of the back shed. Alright, that setup is exactly the same on the other side. So it's 900 side high, and then I've put a timber with 2 screws all the way along. Okay, all the way along. And the reason why I've done it that way, this timber is got the most strength that way. It's very long, very wide, you know what I mean? If you were to put it the other way, it would bow. Okay, so that's the reason why the timber's that way. Very important, otherwise the integrity of the bench wouldn't be as much. Okay, and because the length from one side to the other side is very, very long, I've got an extra support here. Now this is just a bit of scrap fence post. Okay, I had a fence post which was rotten at ground level, but I recycled it because it was still good. Again, the way that's sitting on there, that's actually got the 4x2 just sitting on the timber, and then this is just here to hold it all together. Okay, so a little bit of timber there screwed in through that way. Okay, a little bit of timber here screwed in through that way, which is holding it all steady. Okay, that's really giving it a good support in the middle. Without that, this bench would be bowing in the middle. Okay, it's just too long from one side to the other. Alright, so I've got, what happens then, I've got that on the back wall with these bits dangling off. I had this bit ready to go. So what I've done is I've stood this up. Okay, and then I've drilled in all these screws. So for the extra supports. So 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2 for these extra supports. Alright, drilled them all in all the way along. Okay, this is using my Ryobi 1, okay, impact driver. So that's what I don't know, you'd call the foundation of the bench, all done and dusted. Okay. These were recycled flooring boards. Okay, so I didn't buy much for this bench. It was pretty much, a lot of it was for free. I had it lying around the house. Recycled flooring bench. Okay, you can see it's got the little tongue and groove in there. Alright, there's 2 bits of it. One, you can see the joint here in the middle. So what I've done then, I've gone right around the edge and nailed it in. You see the nails? Now, one every about, I don't know, 400 millimeters, 300, 400 millimeters. Another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. Right around the perimeter of the whole bench. That's the bench done. Okay. Also throughout the building of it, okay, I made sure the levels were good. You know what I mean? Made sure this was level this way. Okay, when I put this post up, I made sure it was level this way. When I put this post on, I made sure it was level. Okay, but essentially, if you're measuring at the same height, okay, it should all be level. That's the workbench. Then I thought, oh, I want to be able to organise my tools. So if you can see here, this is without the backing. You actually have little gaps in there. Alright, which probably not the best because you can have stuff that falls in behind it. Alright, so I thought I need something to stop stuff from falling behind. But as well as somewhere to hang all my tools. So I thought, what better way than this? Look at this. Every single socket, from big to small, that's metric and imperial. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to bother shifting through my bag trying to find it. I just know that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you know what I mean? Alright, so what I did here was, this one here I used the existing metal. So behind this pegboard is some more 4x2s. Yep, some more timbers, which is a frame. So from the top there, you can see a tack screw up the top there. All the way across is a timber frame. Okay. And because it was such a long distance, okay, this is the existing metal. So there it was easy. I just tack screwed it straight into the existing metal. Okay, and at the bottom here, I've got another timber running across from all the way there to all the way there. Okay, you can see there I've nailed it in. Nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. This is the existing metal support of the shed. And that's my one that I put the timber across. Okay. And from there I've gone down. So I've got a timber across and I've gone down 1. And then I think I did 2. Okay. And that was just to sturdy up the frame, and then I essentially just lifted the board up, screwed it in to the metal and nailed it into the timber. Okay, and then a very similar thing here, existing supports. Okay, and then there we have the metal frame behind it. Okay, and I have to say this one is probably not the best. Can you see how it's a bit wobbly? Okay, that one's not like that. That one's solid because it's going right across. So probably what I should have done with this one was continue this all the way along the support to there. Okay, so I would have had a bit of timber all the way along, which would have made it much more sturdy, and then just stop the board there, and then I could have probably used this to hook, make for like a little hooking system. Alright, so I think that's pretty much the project done. Okay, so I've got a massive bench, okay, for pretty cheap, because I had a lot of the timbers already. I've got much more storage. Look at this open space now, I never had before because of this racking system, which was definitely worth the money because it was quick and easy to install. And then I've got the electrical, which now gives me a fan in summer, lights when I install them at night. Okay, and then power to charge my tools and equipment. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any comments or questions, leave them in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and like. Thanks guys, bye.